Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I was definitely planning to be at war by now, but circumstances have of course changed. We can't declare war on the Vor until we get a good amount of influence stored up. And we also need to deal with our energy credit crisis. This is primarily due to being over our naval cap, of course, and we're working on that. But we're also spending quite a lot of energy credits right now on buying in these exotic gases. Now you'll notice our numbers here are a little different. I bought in a couple exotic gases off camera just now to get an upgrade going, and then sold off some consumer goods. That's why that happened. But we queued up this research complex. Now that's not going to help our ongoing economic problem at all. But what is going to help our ongoing economic problem is a couple of things. First off, we have a naval cap bump coming in a year. We also have our Strategic Coordination Center hull in 1,200 days. And beyond that, we also have our anchorages being worked on. And beyond that, we also have this habitat. And the plan for this habitat is to make as many exotic gases as possible there. That's the plan. So we will proceed forward here. We're going to have a year tick in just a moment. We're also going to finish up building some destroyers here very, very soon. We have not fully reinforced all of our ships, and I think for the moment, we're not going to. We're going to call this good enough, because I don't want to go further into our energy credit hole here. We'll bank up our alloys, and we'll be able to get that pretty soon. But for the moment, I definitely think that we should do this. Another thing we could theoretically do, at least temporarily, is we could run... Where is it? I'm pretty sure... Yeah, a Grand Fleet here. Now, that's going to be very expensive. That will put us definitely negative in Unity. And I think I'm going to hold off on that for right now. I don't think we're in quite that dire of a position yet. We're in a pretty dire position economically right now, and we knew that that would be happening as we built up our fleets. But it's pretty bad. That's for sure. We migrated here. Okay, no problem there. Cool. Just checking in to see if there's anything that we can do on our worlds right now. There is not. Now, one thing we could definitely do, since we're not planning to go to war for a while, is we could move back and enter orbit of shipyards, because we have, not fleet academies, crew quarters here. So minus 25% upkeep. That's quite a lot right now. And I think I am interested in doing that. So, for the time being, well, we can move back over here, 273 days until we arrive there. And, yeah, we'll just pull back from these borders for the time being. It won't take too long to get back to the borders. So, we'll just pull back here, and that will help. Pretty dramatically, actually. Yeah, that'll be like 250 energy credits, in theory, approximately. So we'll definitely get started on that. And the Ararat also can do that. Like, we can bring that back to Q as well. Okay. So we'll arrive here fairly shortly. We're still spending 300 energy credits per month. We do have quite a lot of trade value over here.
Initiating communications.
And that's okay. This is not good for us. We're going to decline that. I do want to think about maybe building a gateway in Epsilon Eridani. How much does it cost in influence to build a gateway? 75 influence. But that would allow us to build gateways in locations where we want to collect trade. And that would just immediately get us this trade. We have a lot of trade on the map right now. So that's maybe not a bad idea. It would also allow us to take some shortcuts in moving around, just looking at how all of this is laid out. It would require quite a lot of influence. Specifically, it would require about 300 and, well, maybe like 450 influence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. We could definitely get this all with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would have to be in, like, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. That should be fine if we built it here. Alternatively, we could try to use the L gate. That's an option. Very interesting. But for the time being, we definitely need to get this tech world building a generator district. That is for sure. No doubt about that one. But our energy credits are way, way better now. Way better. This habitat is only 30% done building. So I think we'll put a pin in that gateway concept. I do want to get that done and get all this trade value picked up. I do think that's important. That'll also mean that we don't need to worry about piracy, so that would be great. Naval cap plus 20 is really, really good. We could grab xenomorph armies. Or tracking implants. Okay, that's an edict, or... That might also not be an edict. That might be a decision, a planetary decision. We'll see. We'll see. This Forge world, I'm going to go ahead and put in a energy grid. Now, we need housing here. So we should also consider putting in a generator district for right now. We can always change that up and have that be different later. A city district here would be good.
Construction complete.
Because we're going to need a precinct house there. Cool. So that's all fine for the moment. And we did finish up our plus 20 naval cap, so we're only at minus 28 energy credits right now. That's really, really nice. What can you offer us? They want 2,000 alloys in exchange for 3 pops. Honestly, that's pretty good. Wait, what? A skill 3 scientist? It's supposed to be 3 pops. It says 3 pops right here. But this says a skill 3 scientist. We don't need a skill 3 scientist, but I mean, this is only 4 months worth of alloys. I guess we'll risk it. What did we actually get? Did we get an extra scientist? We did. We did not get the pops. Sad. They lied to us. Who could have possibly seen this coming? Well, we're going to build a couple of anchorages here. And as far as our building goes, I'd love to build a nebula refinery. Unfortunately, that's not within a nebula, but Alpha Centauri isn't... Oh, that's not quite within the nebula. Sad. Very sad indeed. In that case, we could go for like a hyperlane registrar. That does give a collection range increase. It's interesting. We might be able to get out to Vardavar here, if we were to upgrade this to a citadel. So we'll get that going. And we need to get this upgrading to a star fortress, but we also want a pair of anchorages here. And we'll just bring that all the way on down. Cool. And we'll just put in like a hydroponics bay, I think, in these for now. Cool. We're now positive in energy credits, and we can definitely grab shield hit points here. I like it. Fantastic. So I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, I counted this wrong, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to get to Vardavar. I did count it wrong. So we need to figure, we have a collection range of 1 to start with, right here. So this one is our collection range of 1. So we have a collection range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So we're never going to be able to reach Vardavar. Good to know. We will be able to reach Caos Borealis. But how are we doing on this? We're at 52%. I'm going to go ahead and queue up a gateway over here in Epsilon Eridani. This exists explicitly for the purpose of trade. There we go. And that would be a decent amount of influence to grab all of this, but we will be able to grab some as is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Potentially we can get Batrak. Caravaneers, how rude. And then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can definitely get all of this just from that one gateway. We can also definitely get Volmar and Caos Borealis. So everything over here we'll be getting. These things down here, not so much, unless we were to build a gateway in Lake Q. And building a gateway in our shipyard locations is not the worst idea. That's for sure. Our Science Nexus research wing has finished up, and we definitely want to continue it. 15,000. Okay. How expensive are alloys right now? They're really cheap. Okay. We'll get some energy credits here. And we'll buy in a few extra. They're still pretty cheap. About like that. Okay, now we'll have 14,000 on the month tick. I would like to have an additional 1,000. Cool. They're pretty expensive now, but now we'll have enough on the month tick to upgrade our Science Nexus. Cool. So that saves us some extra time. That's fantastic. 500 days on our Strategic Coordination Center hull. And we have our energy credits turned around until we leave with the human Starfleet here. So that's not going to be a thing. But we're definitely going to need a gateway up over this way. And here is, I think, the place to build it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, potentially 7. We can get down to region with that. So this stuff over here isn't going to be grabbed. We would need one more gateway down here to grab that. So looking at 1, 2, 3 gateways, plus potentially Vardavar.
Technology discovered.
In order to guarantee have everything. Okay. That's a lot of influence that I don't necessarily want to spend. Because I want to spend that influence on attacking the Vor. Absolutely. This habitat will be done soon-ish. It's at 72%.
Technology discovered.
And we just got kinetic weapon attack speed, always good. We can definitely take Marauder missiles here. Scum and Villainy on Ain Prime. Okay, this is the location we already knew about, I'm pretty sure. We can definitely put in a precinct house here and run an anti-crime campaign. Cool. This tech world here, I'm going to go ahead and put in a research complex. This industrial world, I think we're doing reasonably on energy credits for right now. I'm going to put in an industrial district there. On this industrial world, same scenario. We're going to do an industrial district. On this forge world, just checking. Okay, industrial district it is. We also could clear out some tile blockers here. We'll get one of those queued up, and on the month tick, we should be able to get the next. So we'll go ahead and queue that too. Cool. There's also tile blocker clearances that we can queue on Drisk. 1,000 in total for that. You know what? That's fine. We can sell more dark matter and make that happen. Fantastic.
Initiating communications.
We decline. We don't want to spend influence on that. It would be helpful to have that energy credit pouring in, but I think that we have the energy credits that we can make on our own. I think that that's not necessary right now. So it's okay. We'll not do that. At this time, I would not mind hitting this reinforced fleet button. This will bring up our naval cap, for sure. There we go. We do need 1,300 more alloys to get that maxed out. This will hurt our energy credits. We're aware of this.
Construction complete.
Okay, Alpha Centauri just finished its construction here. It's not upgrading to a Star Fortress right now. We should definitely get that going. So we'll get this started, and then Uproth doesn't have that queued up either. We certainly want these to be upgrading to a Star Fortress. We don't need them to go to Citadel, but Star Fortress will be fine. So we'll get that queued up, and then next month tick, we should... Oh, not quite. Month tick after next, we can get this upgraded to a Star Fortress. Okay. So we're at 517 naval cap right now. 200 days on our Strategic Coordination Center.
Discovered.
So we're going to be very close here. Habitability modification finishes up. Now we'll take the morphogenic field mastery. Fantastic. How are things looking with the Vor now? They're back to inferior. Good. Unfortunately, we're not superior to them enough yet. What can you offer us? Okay, this time they're offering us 3 pops for 2,000 alloys. Done. Technically, we only gave them 1,600 alloys, but oh wow, look at... They were super cheap. Somebody just bought some. We're still gonna buy. There we go. They're not as cheap anymore. And... Oh, this is already upgraded. Or already queued for upgrade. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I still want those alloys, because on the next month tick, we'll be able to get that last battleship going. There we go. Absolutely fantastic. So our energy credits are going to continue dropping for a little bit here until such a time as we finish up our Strategic Coordination Center. So that should be fine, but we are going to declare on the Vor very, very soon. That's for sure. We need to settle this habitat, which we will go ahead and do. Let's see here. Everybody's 100% habitability, eh? Well, not us. Okay. We'll use, like, these guys. It doesn't really matter. So that'll be fine. We'll get that colonization underway. That should take very little time. It'll take more time to build the colony ship than it will to travel here, for sure. So that's perfect. Our influence is currently at 150, and we do have this gateway queued up. So that will get us quite a lot more trade value.
Technology discovered.
Excellent. Marauder missiles are now done. At this point, we could take any of these. I'm going to go for minerals from jobs for the moment. And the question is, how bad is it going to be? Well, we did dip back negative in energy credits. I'm not shocked about that one. And we still have one more battleship to build here. So this mining world definitely needs a planetary capital. That's for sure. This forge world... they're building a science nexus. Okay. We'll go ahead and build a generator district to try to offset some of this. And there's our Strategic Coordination Center comms finishing up. Fantastic. What do we need now to upgrade that further? We need 12,000 alloys. Can we get that going immediately? The price of alloys is kind of high right now. But let's see what we can get done. We can sell off a little bit of food and a little bit of minerals and use that to buy in alloys. Yeah, the price is skyrocketing right now. I'm not shocked about that. There we go. Cool. So we ran out of energy credits there, which means that we're currently negative on our exotic gases. For the moment, that's okay. Wait, what is the price of exotic gases right now? Okay, 13. Because I was like, hang on, why are we making 221? But that makes sense. Well, actually, 13 times 13 is what? 13 times 13 is 169. Oh, it's because it bumped up because our Strategic Coordination Center finished. Right. That's fine. That's fine. No problem there. This generator world is definitely going to build a generator district. There we go. Excellent. Okay, and now that our trade actually happened, let's take a quick look at our market tab here. Or rather, at this tab. +4. So we're going to back off to be at 10. That'll save us a decent chunk. Fantastic. Okay. So our gateway is at 8% here. And we'll see what we actually end up grabbing. I would like to bump this up to a citadel now. I do think that that is important because we want that +1 collection range. So that'll be fine. That will delay our Strategic Coordination Center slightly, but I think that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. Xenomorph Army has finished up. We can grab gene modification points. Excellent. And yeah, 15,000 here. Shouldn't be too bad. We're about 5,000 short on that, so a few more month ticks. Not too bad. So we've got our gateway here. Those gateways are definitely going to be fairly expensive, influence-wise. And I really do want to bank up our influence and fight the Vor. Probably next episode would be ideal. That would be the correct time to do that, quote-unquote. Their fleet power is inferior to ours, yes. But we can't quite subjugate them. Once we take over a significant chunk of the Vor, though, I think we will be able to subjugate some of our neighbors, which is good. That's what we want to do. So that'll be fantastic when we can. The Uproth station is going to be finishing up here momentarily. There we go. And then we can queue up a pair of additional anchorages. We can also queue up... What else do we want here? That's a good question. Just resource silos, probably. Yeah, that'll do it. We lost a scientist at the UES Scout, and I guess we can put this free scientist in. And then we can go over here and make sure that we are assisting research. Cool. So that'll be fine. And we're going to finish up upgrading to a Star Fortress here very soon. We do not need to take this up to a Citadel. That's for sure. It definitely does not have to happen that way. So, 80 days on this Star Fortress. And we almost have the alloys to upgrade our Strategic Coordination Center again. What is our current fleet strength? Okay, around 65. Much stronger than the Vor. That's fantastic.
Discovered.
Shield hit points have finished up, and we can definitely grab building cost reduction. It's not that important, but we'll take it. Our food is not necessarily the greatest. Gruner Prime is having some crime. With precinct houses. So we should definitely launch an anti-crime campaign. There we go. That helps the crime by a pretty substantial margin. We're only at +12 food right now, but we are going to have a hydroponics bay coming online here. It's not going to be enough. I think that's pretty clear. So more food is going to be fairly necessary. We have this generator world here.
Construction complete.
And it requires a job, but it'll get a demotion. So I think that's okay.
Technology discovered.
We could also put in a Hall of Judgment. That could work. Okay, let's see here. Army health. Sure. Food is going to become a bit of an issue eventually. We do have this agri-world here. At this point, we could think about replacing our gene clinic with a hydroponics farm. It would not get us additional jobs. But this guy can migrate. So let's go ahead and do that for now. That'll be okay. That will make us a good amount more food. So that should, in theory, be fine. And we're going to have a lot of trade value coming in very, very soon as well. So I'm not too concerned about that. It is, however, about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I'm really thinking we're going to attack the Vor. We have a good amount of influence at this point. Gang wars on Alphard Prime. Okay, let's take a look at that real quick. Yes, we definitely need that precinct house here. There we go, and we'll launch an anti-crime campaign. Cool. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I think we're going to commit to attacking the Vor. I think that's pretty clear. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.